Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the New England Patriots. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, I got to tell you, we envy you right now in that nice dry studio as we are at soggy and windy Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New England Patriots. The wait is finally over. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is. And that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge and want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. 70 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. A look now at the Oakland offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game one of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Sherwood. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. To throw on 2nd down, Sherwood. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Wood. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Raiders have got him.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Wood. Got a man open. That's Harry. And the way in. Touchdown, New England. N'Keal Harry, 58 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Here's 2nd and 8. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Sherwood. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Drop it, 50, slant.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sherwood. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 8 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll run on the draw. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of mid. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. 20, 10, into the end zone. Oakland Raiders touchdown. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes, in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up. Down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now Wood. Off play action. And that's complete to Adams.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Wood. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Ready, set. Go 58's the mic. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check, check. Lock, big grip, big grip.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, fighting off the defender. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This will be caught at about the 5. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back to throw. Wood. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Wood. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. They go play action here on 1st down, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. Sherwood. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Good games all over the screen there, one being at MetLife Stadium. A big one for the Jets as they'll have to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the New Orleans Saints. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.